Welcome to the Gym Success Podcast. Welcome to all of our listeners, gym owners, gym operators, managers, salespeople, gym entrepreneurs, and personal trainers. Before we jump into today's content, just a quick word for you folks looking to expand. If you need working capital to open a new gym, maybe acquire an existing facility, or, invest in crucial training systems like we're talking about today, we can provide funding options up to $500K.
And it's unsecured, which is a big deal.
Right, no restrictions on use. You can learn more about these flexible financing solutions over at fmconsulting.net. Okay, so I'm Bonnie Ann.
I'm George, and we are really digging into something critical today, looking at a white paper from Thomas that, doesn't pull any punches.
No, it doesn't. Our goal here is really to break down this source material and give you insights you can actually use, like starting tomorrow in your business. Our mission today is analyzing this fundamental truth in the fitness industry. Why is professional sales training so critical, but also why is it so often the missing piece between, that passion gym owners have and actually achieving serious profit?
Yeah, every owner starts with passion for health, for fitness, but Thomas makes a really strong point. Success, the kind you can measure and repeat. It doesn't just hinge on passion. It hinges on professional sales skills.
It's kind of a stark contrast he draws, isn't it?
It really is. You see owners pouring everything into the best equipment, amazing classes, building a great community vibe. But then when it comes to actually getting members, paying the bills.
They cross their fingers.
Pretty much. Or rely on, as Thomas puts it, luck, charisma, or trial and error. And that's just, it's gambling with your business.
Yeah, a huge gamble. And the paper's core message is that professional training replaces that gamble with a system, something structured, something repeatable.
Exactly. The moment you have that structure, you shift from just hoping someone joins to knowing you have a process to guide them. That confidence, you mentioned it earlier, it changes everything.
You have a staff too, I bet.
Absolutely. Without that system, you get predictable problems, wasted ad spend, frustrated staff who feel lost, revenue that's up and down.
Makes planning impossible.
Totally. Professional training standardizes things. Every prospect gets a consistent professional experience, whether they talk to your top salesperson or someone brand new. It treats sales like the trainable skill it is, not some magic talent.
And the paper argues this isn't just a nice to have anymore. It's basically mandatory now, right? Because of, three big trends.
That's right. Three main drivers. First, just the sheer level of competition out there.
Oh, it's fierce.
It's relentless. New gyms, boutique studios focusing on one thing, budget places, super slick online programs. It's everywhere.
So just having nice treadmills isn't enough.
Not even close. If your team can only talk price or features, you just vanish into the noise. Sales training gives them the tools to actually differentiate you, to explain your unique value. Why your gym is the answer for that person. It's about being heard.
Okay, so competition is one. What's the second driver?
It's how consumers have changed. Today's prospect, they walk in armed with information. They've already Googled you, read reviews, maybe compared pricing online.
They're skeptical.
Exactly. Educated, skeptical, maybe even a bit overwhelmed. They're not looking for a hard sell. They want an expert, a guide they can trust.
Someone to help them make sense of it all.
Precisely. A trained professional connects on an emotional level, builds trust quickly, and guides them past their hesitation to a confident yes. They're selling transformation, not just access. And that starts building retention from day one.
Which leads right into the third driver, the money, revenue.
The absolute lifeline. Thomas calls membership sales the oxygen of your gym. Simple as that.
That's a powerful image.
It is. Because if that oxygen flow is weak or unsteady, if your conversion rates are low, the whole business starts to suffocate no matter how great the facility is.
Doesn't matter how fancy the equipment is if you can't pay the lease.
Exactly right. You could have the best trainers in the city, but without consistent growth, you won't survive. So you absolutely have to maximize every single lead, every walk-in, every referral. Training is how you make sure you're capturing all that oxygen.
Okay, so we're convinced it's critical. Let's unpack the what. What does this professional gym sales training actually teach? It's got to be more than just, here's a script, go say this.
Oh, absolutely. It starts way deeper than that, actually.
Yeah.
With mindset training, that's component one.
Mindset, how so?
It's about shifting staff from being passive order takers. Someone who just quotes the price of fast to, being proactive, confident problem solvers.
Ah, okay. So changing how they even think about their role in this sales interaction.
Exactly. When they see their job as helping someone make a potentially life-changing decision, suddenly selling isn't pushy or awkward. It's helpful. It's consultative.
That makes a huge difference in how they approach people.
Massive.
Mm.
Once that mindset is in place, then you layer on the proven sales process. This is the structure, the repeatable system we talked about.
Okay, the actual steps.
Right. Specific steps. A strong greeting, building genuine rapport, deep discovery to understand needs. A value-focused tour, a clear presentation of the solution, handling the price sheet professionally, and then asking for the business, the close.
Now, some owners worry that following a strict process makes staff sound robotic, like they're reading off a checklist. Is that a fair concern?
It's a common fear, yeah. But good training teaches the framework so well that staff internalize it. Knowing the steps gives them the confidence to inject their personality and genuine care. It's structure providing freedom, not restriction.
Okay, I see. Structure as a safety net, not a cage.
Perfectly put. And a critical part of that structure is component 3, objection handling. This is where, honestly, a lot of sales fall apart without training.
Right, the tough stuff. It costs too much. I need to think about it. My spouse needs to see it. Staff often just freeze up there.
Exactly. Training teaches them to see objections not as roadblocks, but as requests for more information or clarification. They learn specific techniques.
Like what? Give us an example.
Okay, so someone says, I need to talk to my spouse. An untrained person might just say, okay, call me later. A trained pro might say something like, totally understand making a decision together is important. If your spouse were here right now, what specific question do you think they'd ask about how this program will help you reach your goals?
Ah, that flips it. It keeps the conversation moving and uncovers the real hesitation.
Precisely. It creates a bit of urgency and clarifies the actual concern. It's about guiding, not forcing.
Very different approach. And what about after that initial talk? That's another place leads disappear.
Yep. Component 4, follow-up strategies. Jim Thomas points out most sales don't happen on the first visit, so training builds a persistent multi-channel follow-up system.
Meaning?
Meaning planned phone calls with a purpose, personalized texts, maybe short video messages, targeted emails, all spread out strategically, not just randomly calling. If your team thinks a lead is dead just because they didn't buy immediately, you are literally throwing away future income. It's about persistence without being annoying.
A structured nurture sequence.
You got it. And finally, component 5 pushes beyond just getting the initial membership. Referral and upsell programs.
Okay, so maximizing the value of each member you do get.
Exactly. Training staff on how and when to ask for referrals, often right near the point of sale when excitement is high, and also how to effectively offer add-ons. Personal training, nutrition coaching, premium classes. That significantly boosts average member value and, crucially, their lifetime value to the gym.
Okay, this all sounds comprehensive, but it takes time, it takes money. Let's talk ROI. What's the actual return here? The paper had some pretty eye-popping numbers.
It does. The number one ROI is simple. More sales from the leads you already have. Thomas consistently sees trained teams boost sales conversions by 20% to 50%. Think about that.
Without spending more on ads.
Exactly. Without spending 1 extra cent on marketing. If you currently close, say, 1 out of 10 tours, and training gets your team closing 3 out of 10, that difference flows straight to your bottom line. It's pure profit increase from efficiency.
That alone would justify the investment for most gyms. But the paper mentioned other benefits too, right? Internally.
Yeah, huge internal benefits. When staff feel competent, when they have a system they trust, sales becomes less stressful, even enjoyable. Morale goes up, confidence increases.
And consistency across the team.
Big time. Everyone's speaking the same sales language, using the same process. It reduces confusion, makes management easier, and just presents a more professional image overall. The chaos of everyone doing their own thing vanishes.
And you mentioned earlier how that initial sales experience impacts retention.
Directly. A consultative professional sales process where the prospect feels heard and understood sets the right tone from the start. They're buying into a solution you help them find, not just access to equipment. That positive foundation is huge for keeping them long-term.
So, if the benefits are so clear, why don't more gyms do this? The paper points out some common mistakes, doesn't it?
It does. Several crucial pitfalls. The most common.
Yeah.
Just letting staff wing it on tours and pricing. No system, no standards.
Guaranteed inconsistency.
Guaranteed. Another big one is focusing only on fitness knowledge. Hiring someone because they're a great trainer and just assuming they can sell.
Two different skill sets.
Completely different. Enthusiasm isn't a substitute for sales training. Then there's the failure to track anything leads, conversion ratios, follow-up attempts, if you don't measure it.
You can't manage it or improve it.
Right. You're flying blind. And maybe the most dangerous belief, the myth Thomas really tries to bust, a good facility sells itself.
It doesn't.
Absolutely not. Your facility's a product, yes. But your sales process, your team, that's the delivery system. You need an effective system to actually sell the value, no matter how great the product is.
That makes total sense. Great product, flawed delivery, no sale. Okay, so let's get practical. Implementation. How does a busy gym owner actually put this kind of system in place without getting overwhelmed?
It starts with making it a daily habit, like fitness itself. The paper uses the analogy of training for a sport. You wouldn't expect an athlete to nail a complex move without practice.
No, it needs repetition.
Same with sales skills. So daily practice,
Yeah.
daily role
So what
playing.
does it look like? Like, literally.
It means carving out maybe just 15 minutes at the start of a shift. Practice greeting someone effectively. Role play transitioning from the tour to the price discussion. Handle a common objection like price sensitivity. Short, focused, consistent repetition builds that sales muscle memory. It makes it automatic, not awkward.
Teaching sales form, like you said.
Exactly. Good form versus bad form. And that daily work needs support. Component 2 of implementation. Weekly training meetings.
Dedicated time for the team.
Yep. Time set aside specifically to review scripts, look at the sales numbers from the past week, what worked, what didn't, and brainstorm solutions to challenges together. That transparency drives improvement.
And if the owner or manager doesn't feel equipped to lead this?
Then leverage experts. The paper is clear. Bring in a consultant, find a specialized sales coach, invest in a proven training program. Don't try to reinvent the wheel when effective systems already exist. Get help establishing the structure and accountability.
Makes sense. Don't let lack of personal expertise be the bottleneck. And the final piece of implementation.
The non-negotiable. Track and measure key performance indicators. KPIs.
The numbers again.
Always back to the numbers. What gets measured improves. Owners must track things like lead-to-tour ratio, how many inquiries actually come in for a visit. Then tour-to-sale ratio, how many of those tours convert to members. Average membership value, what's each sale actually worth. And referral generation, how many new leads are coming from existing members.
If you don't know those numbers,
You can't pinpoint where your process is weak. You can't coach effectively. You have no idea if your training investments are actually working. It's essential for managing the business effectively.
wow, okay. Tracking those ratios really connects the dots between the passion and the profit model. This whole deep dive into Jim Thomas's work makes it incredibly clear. Professional sales training isn't really an expense, is it?
Not at all. It's arguably the highest leverage investment a gym owner can make. It optimizes every lead, every interaction. It builds the consistent positive experience you need for both revenue and retention.
It turns staff from hoping into, well, performing, into confident team members who unlock your gym's potential.
Absolutely. And Thomas puts it bluntly. If you're not training your team daily on sales, you are actively, knowingly leaving money and members on the table.
So, the final thought for you listening, the challenge really.
Yeah, the question to chew on is this. What single KPI, what one ratio we just talked about, lead conversion, tour to sale, maybe a referral rate, what's the one you're going to commit to tracking and reviewing daily starting tomorrow to make sure all that passion you have is actually turning into predictable profit?
That's the takeaway. If you need help actually building these systems, improving your facility, maybe turning things around, you can reach out to Jim Thomas directly. His number is 214-629-7223.
Or you can email him at jthomas@fmconsulting.net.
And definitely, for help tracking those crucial KPIs and managing your sales pipeline effectively, check out our sponsor, Gym Business Manager. They offer fantastic gym software solutions.
Find them at gymbusinessmanager.com. They can really help you get a handle on those numbers.
Great stuff. Thanks for joining us for this really important analysis. We'll see you next time.